right, good morning, everyone. Hopefully, it's going live. Just want to make sure we're going live. Let me turn down the volume. Good to see you, everyone. And we've been working so hard to get this course out, and it's finally like I wanted. I'm updating the PDF one more time just to create room for these new links, but it's really cool. It's 85 minutes long. Everything's already done, all these new backing tracks. And what I thought I would do is show you guys one of the licks. So this course, if you don't know, it's 16, kind of in honor, Sweet 16, honor of the March Madness that's going on. 16 of my favorite licks out of the 4 different blues volumes I've done. So it's kind of getting to what I think is the most useful and important and fun licks of all 4 volumes. This lick right here is so versatile. You can use this in 3 or 4 different licks, and it's a longer line. So we had this. So even this is a really cool lick in itself, and that's the second inversion triad. Da 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 da. Right? So you have this. And the great thing about this building up muscle memory, when you go to the key of F or you go to the 4 chord of the C blues, it's the same exact muscle memory, right? And then you're same thing on G. So you have tons of things you can do as you're learning this simple blues, C, F, and G. Okay, so we have 5 people watching. Somebody else say hello, so I at least don't think I'm talking to myself. I just went and did a quick pop-up lesson. Occasionally I do these. We have a Blues Academy, we have an All Access group, and we have a Chord Academy. And I just copied them, said, hey, I'm doing a quick pop-up lesson on a Saturday. And I'm so excited about this course, I just had to go live. So make sure, let me put, hey, Bill. Awesome, good to see you. Bill got the course. Hey, Bill, you might have gotten links last night of the entire course. Did you get that? What's up, Vance? Good to see you. Vance, I was wanting to make sure that you got on this live, so I'm glad you have your notifications set up. And I think I put a lick inside the membership area. Let me think of which one I put. I can't remember if I put this or something else, but I just put a lick in there for you guys. So, Bill, I hope that you are going to enjoy this course that you just got. 85 minutes long, and tons of really great backing tracks. Also, Bill, I put in the timestamps. So all you have to do is click on the description, and you can scrub through any of the licks you want to go to. Also, in the slider, you can also highlight. It shows you what section we're working on. As far as the PDF goes, we're putting our links right now into everything. Awesome. All right, let's just go. Let's do a little bit of practicing. And if you need this PDF, if you're not on my little membership email list, let me make it to where you guys can get this PDF. Give me 1 second. Or maybe I put it in the description. All right, let me do that. Here's what I'll do. Give me 1 second, everyone. I want to make this available for anybody who would like to have this PDF they're working on. It's a great PDF, I'm telling you. So Blues Volume 2, Exercise 1. Give me 1 second. I'll make a copy of this and then give you guys a link. Okay, copy this link. And what I'm going to do is put it in the description. It's a very simple process. If you want the PDF, you just say, hey, I want the PDF, and then I just will approve it. I think it's important to do that, so it's just not, I don't get a bunch of spammy things. All right, you're welcome, Bill. I'm glad you're gonna love this course. As a matter of fact, Bill, another fun thing that I did is I told you I was gonna put in those C7 backing tracks and all those Latin backing tracks, which are amazing. I'm still looking for the next person who wants to get the course. Right now, during the Sweet 16, I have it for $16. And then if you want to get the all keys versions for the final 4, and the final one gets 10 different bass lines on whichever one you decide. I think we start our voting tonight, Bill, so get ready. All right, let me go back to the video here. I just put this link, so if somebody is watching this, you're not on any of my email lists, you would like this PDF, go ahead and click the little link, and I'll just go approve, and boom, there you'll have it. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about this lick. I don't have time to turn on the tracks and everything, but Bill, I'm telling you, aren't those tracks amazing? If you had a chance to look at it, I'm so excited about those, especially the Latin ones. We haven't done enough Latin, but here you go. This lick broken down into 3 different licks. So in the course, I teach you how to practice everything, and not only that, how to connect to all the other licks. It's like when I first did all these 4 blues volumes, I went in and hear all the licks and everything, but I started to have a new teaching approach to make sure that I'm not just teaching you licks, but I want to show you how to use them, how to practice in general. Also, we also do this in the course. We talk about the idea of you can go solo piano, right? You can do this, but also I want you to be able to play trio style piano. So the very first example that we do is a Oscar Peterson kind of riff, and I say, all right, it's great to be able to play solo piano, but I want you guys doing trio voicings, 3, 5, 7, 9 to F13 to G13. So the first example in the whole course is about 24 or 5 minutes long, but the reason is I take a little segue and I say, all right, all this sheet music is written out for solo piano, but I need you to know about left-hand voicing, so we talk about that. What's up, Jeffrey, the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy, always consistent, always showing up for the lives. And so good to see you, Bill, good to see you, Vance, and good to see you, Jeffrey. I can always count on you. Make sure you guys like this video, even if you're not commenting. It helps me know that you're interested in this and enjoying the content. I love to make videos for you guys. Tons and tons of free content. Occasionally I do something like this where I come out with a resource, and so I'm hoping that some people are interested in supporting the channel by getting the resource, but I'm telling you, once you do, you're going to absolutely love it. It is 16 of my favorite licks from all 4 volumes, and then I show you how to use them. How do you connect this A blues scale to this, right? And how to break this lick up. So let's talk about this lick. The first thing is it comes with the C6 lick, right? I want everybody playing this lick. This is when I think about Red Garland. I think I mentioned this in the video. Listening to Red Garland, you really want to get your swing feel together. You really want to get some really nice melodic things. Listen to some Red Garland, but one of the things I heard was this minor third to major third. And at iMusicAcademy, I'm talking about that all the time. How do you get from that minor third to major third? And we want a little bit of tension and release. I could play 10 licks right now to show you tension and release. Tension and release. Da 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 da. Or this. Ba da 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 da. Right? Or this. Ba da 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 da. Right? I could keep going. There's so many things. Tension. Release. Right? This is the magic, guys, when you start connecting these ideas of tension and release. So one of the things I love about this course, anybody wanting the course while it's crazy on sale, go ahead and click the description and get it. You will be happy that you did. But going back to this idea of you start to get this feel of the minor third to major third, ba da, and how you can connect it, da 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 ba, or ba da 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 da, or the flat 7. We talk about all the time. Now you're not feeling blues, you go to that flat 7. I did a stupid little AI podcast, all AI podcast, another one of those, where I just entered in my URL of a practice session, and then it spit it all back out in an AI version, which is not meant to be serious, by the way, for anybody. I got this really awful thing, this guy saying, you should be ashamed for doing this AI, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, he doesn't know me and doesn't know, it's just a funny way of, AI is not there yet. But what I do love about AI is it took this idea of one of my videos and it summed up what it thought I was talking about. One of the things it says is, da, 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 da. That flat 7. You ever not feeling bluesy, jazzy? Go to the flat 7. It could be on every chord, and it works over the blues. So I could be playing a simple C blues, and I could go, and it does that again, and then F. You hear how that works? When you go to the flat 7 of whatever chord, it's going to work. And when we're playing the C blues, we want to play the C blues scale. I talk about this in the chorus, but we don't go to the F blues scale. We don't go to the G blues scale because that's going to sound horrible. But you can go to those minor third to major thirds, or you can do these kinds of licks, or you can do this. So I'm doing the minor third to major third on that chord, and when I transpose it to F, even in a C blues, it's going to sound great. Oh, sorry, I'm going to go to F. You hear how that works there? Back to C. Now watch when I go to G. Let me do that again. So notice that this is going to work over C, it's going to work over F, and it's going to work over G. Another thing that I did, a slight nod to, is this. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da. There's your flat 7, and you don't have to just start ba-da-da-da-da-da. Maybe you want to play the lick first. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba. Ba-do-da-da-da-da. Within this new course, I told you guys that, yes, I've come out with 4 blues volumes, and they're still available at iMusicAcademy, of course. But my teaching style now has been more in the courses, not just to show you licks, but show you how to use them and how to connect them to other things. So this idea of ba-da-da-da-da-da, that's a great lick in itself. But remember, you can go ba-ba-da-da-da-da to that flat 7, which we just mentioned, how awesome that is. Or okay, so if you know that, you can also mix it up so many other ways. What about this? Okay, so all I'm doing there, I was doing a couple different licks from the chorus, but this idea of minor third to major third, that's one of the licks in the chorus as well. But isn't that so nice, the tension and release that we have? And so I was just demonstrating that over each chord. It doesn't matter what chord I'm on, tension and release, minor third to major third. When I go to F, minor third to major third, maybe up to the flat 7. G, same exact thing. Now, another really important thing is you heard me do at the end, and I went here, da da da. That's the G chord, and I go third up to the root. Tension, release, and up to the root there. So it's a great exercise to practice outlining the changes with these licks. If you're enjoying the heck out of this, make sure you like this video and say hello in the chat. Now, notice, everyone, that we are just on the very first part of this long lick, right? And Vance, don't worry. Vance is the Vance is one of our leaders at iMusicAcademy. He is oh, the poet who lets me know it. Whenever I don't put up the sheet music for you guys, Vance is like, he's on it. He's like, hey, no, your music is not up. No, so he is the poet that lets me know it, and quite gifted with his words and his music. The poet who lets you know it. I like it. Hey, that's pretty good, Vance. All right, now we'll have to think of a name for Bill. I need to get to know Bill and figure out a good name for Bill. Now watch this, everyone. Notice that it's the very first measure. Now, since we have 8 people watching, I want to give you some secret sauce. Okay, so somebody write secret sauce in the chat. I only have a few more minutes. I have about 10 more minutes I can go. But watch this. So somebody put secret sauce, and while we're doing that, I put a link in the description for this particular lick, which is 3 licks in one. And if you click on it, it probably will say you need access to it, and I'll just literally be like, hey, whatever your name is, enjoy this lick, boom, and then you'll have access to it. All right, so because the reason I do that is because all of our academies and everything is by invite only. So anyway, so that will be a simple thing if you want this chart. The next thing is this. Notice that, what's up, James? James, always supporting iMusicAcademy. Good to see you, James. I put you on my little email list this morning just because I wanted to say hey and to see your awesome name pop up. All right, now you have this right here. This first part of the lick, you need to be able to transpose into every key. So notice that you can't hammer on D flat. You have to hammer on, get up into the keys, and you do 2 to 3, minor third to major third. So watch this. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I open my hand up for the octave. Now, I'm going to stop and just be honest with everybody here. I'm always going to be honest. But as a musician, especially if you want to play and be able to go and play out, it's really important to understand things like this. Minor third to major third doesn't always happen on the slide key, and a lot of the times you show up to play somewhere, you don't have the choice. They might be like, all right, D blues, here we go, 1, 2, 3. If you haven't practiced 1, 2, 3 hammering on the minor third to major third, you're going to be in trouble. So you have to learn 1, 2 to 3, 4, 5. If you're in the key of A flat and you show up to play, maybe you're playing some gospel type music and you need something like that minor third to major third. You cannot slide onto that major third. You have to hammer on minor third to major third. So notice that I'm up into the keys. So this secret sauce that I'm telling you guys, I want everybody to use this to practice. Watch this. C is a slide key. D flat is a hammer-on key. D major is a hammer-on key. E flat is a slide key. E major is a hammer-on key. F is a slide key. F sharp, you get up into the keys, and that's a hammer-on key. G is a slide key. A flat is a hammer-on key. Get up into those keys and practice hammering on, and then opening up your hand for the octave. A major is a hammer-on key. B flat, of course, is a slide key. B major is a hammer-on key. And C major is a slide key. All right, now, is that secret sauce or what? So I want to encourage everybody to even practice just one. You're going to be happy, right? Maybe your C to D flat, and maybe D flat takes you a week. Maybe it takes you a month. But once you get it, you'll always have it. Okay? Now, for the 8 people watching, in addition to having that available to you guys, I had this course that just came out, 85 minutes long. It's full of sheet music examples just like this, where actually in this whole course, instead of looking at the sheet music that's even a lot more blown up right here on the right side, the whole top thing is your sheet music. And so each example has it really full. We also have a PDF that shows every example, every link to every example, probably about 15 or more backing tracks from Latin to in different tempos, Latin, blues shuffle, and solo piano, which is drums in you. And so I'm super excited about all of this, and it's $16 for this course. If you get the bundle while Sweet 16 is going on, then you get, it's like an extra $10 or something. You get all keys for the final 4 that you guys decide, because we're starting our voting tonight. And then for the all keys edition, we'll take whatever example it is. It could be this one right here, and I'm doing bass lines, 10 different bass lines. So I'm going to encourage somebody else to get this. Bill has the course. My all access community has the course, and I'm looking for the next person to get this. So we have Vance says E is tricky. Yeah, let's talk about E major for a second. So a couple of different ways you can play that, Vance. You can hammer on and go 4, 5, and then open up your hand and do the octave there. Another thing that you can do is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And I kind of like that myself, because the C sharp, you might miss that, just the way our fingers work. There's not as much meat on the bone, you know, so you have, but if you do 4, you might find that a better solution for you, but either way works great. Okay, notice that we're still on the first part of the lick. Let's talk about the next one, since I have to go in about 5 minutes. Minor third, Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil, right? Now what's happening here? Minor third to major third, and then you have the fifth, the flat 7, down to the F and A. Now when I'm even visualizing this right here, I'm going to the 4 chord of the C blues. That's an easy way to think of it. You go flat 7 and down to the 4 chord, just two notes from the F chord. Now I can take, with all of our minor third to major third licks, you can take those and play those over every single chord. For C, for F, for G. Okay? So I would practice that just like I'm doing now. And I did create C7 backing tracks. This chorus, several of the licks, I say, all right, here's how you play this lick on C, F, and G. Some of the licks that are more involved, we just stay in C, because I want you guys to really get these particular licks in the key of C. And so your sheet music is up there, you have it in the key of C, but as you're practicing this, I decided you need to have backing tracks for the key, for just C. So I did C7 backing tracks. So for this chorus, again, link is in the description. It's on sale, crazy sale, $16. And then if you want the bundle edition, it's like $10 more or whatever. It's crazy. It's really involved chorus, and it's going to keep you busy for a long time. But the main thing is these C7 tracks will help you, and then the Latin tracks and the shuffle tracks, and then the drums and U tracks as well. So tons of backing tracks, and they're at different tempos, 80 beats per minute, 90 beats, 100, and 110. So you'll be able to take your time with that. Okay, now let's just go on to the next part. We know that these minor third to major third licks are going to work. The last part is, again, my favorite triad is our C in second inversion, right? You can do all kinds of cool gospel type things using your second inversion triad. But what we're going to do here is use it as a visual. Look at this, everyone. I'm doing a C major in second inversion. Now watch this, minor third to major third. Now this one isn't a slide. This is not sliding. This is 2, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. And then you cross over, third finger, 2 and 3. So the whole lick, well actually, let's just do the last part. We're going to go right here. Now, once you get this visual down, that yes, it's a second inversion triad, and I go, then I can start thinking in the key of F, what's a second inversion triad? I go, notice that's a second inversion triad. And then for G, same exact thing. Second inversion triad, minor third to major third. Now that's a lick by itself, right? I could just, for days, I could go, maybe I start off with the C6 lick and I go. Or. I could go. Or I could go, that's the way it's supposed to be though. I noticed that my whole monitor is shaking. When I've been getting into these licks and enjoying playing these for you guys, I see my whole keyboard just shaking away. So if your keyboard is shaking and when you're playing your piano, that means you're having fun, right? So let's put the lick together. 2 and 3 and 4. Now, I need to tell you guys one more thing as we wrap this lesson up, and that is this. We talk about the swing feel, like if you're playing an eighth note bass line, you're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And if you were to look at your sheet music and you see 1 and 2, and if you're a classical person, you might think it would be like this. But we don't want that, right? We want that swing kind of laid back feel, and the way you get it is very simple. It takes a little practice, but I want everybody to count in triplets. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and or 1 triplet, 2 triplet. Notice when I do that, the first beat is 2 beats of the triplet. 1 triplet, and then you play it again. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. So immediately that turns your feel into the kind of swing feel you're looking for. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and. Even when you're playing the blues scale, watch this. I'll simplify this. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2 and then. All right, guys, who has had fun today? I hope you have had as much fun as I have with this simple pop-up lesson. I just had to come on to tell you how excited I am about this course. 85 minutes, a million backing tracks, PDF, sheet music, the files there. Also, very important for Bill to know because he bought the course, timestamps. Shows you exactly where you want to go. There are timestamps in the PDF. There are timestamps in the description of the video, and even in the slide bar it says, hey, here's what we're working on. So anyway, have a great Saturday, and as we always do at iMusic Academy, I give shout outs to whoever says hello in the chat. So Bill, want to say good morning. I guess it's still morning. Good morning to you, Bill. Good morning to you, Vance. Always enjoy seeing you, Vance, and happy that you're in our membership on YouTube. That's another thing is maybe you're not interested in the course, or maybe you are. There are ways to get in on our new membership. We have 7 members of the YouTube channel, which is really cool, and I'm excited about that. And I just put in, I'm all the time, Vance will tell you, I'm always putting in things for you guys inside the membership area. Sometimes it's an all-access stream, sometimes it's a course, sometimes it's a lick, all kinds of things. All right, so anyway, all right, guys, have a fantastic rest of your day. And James, good to see you. I want to mention that. All right, see you guys. Oh, the other thing, just so you know, is that iMusic Academy, you always say goodbye to the people that you're in the chat with. So now you guys have 15 seconds to say, 30 seconds to say goodbye to each other. Awesome, Bill. Awesome, James. Awesome, Vance. and Jeffrey.